Fall semester is just around the corner, and I'm sure there's lots of people who are going to be attending college for the first time. And with COVID on the decline, the campuses will be open again. As a former college undergraduate and current graduate, I wanted to give my opinion on the top 10 things I wish I knew when I first started. These tips are based on my personal experience, so maybe they aren't for everyone, but I hope this video helps anyone who wouldn't mind a little extra advice before they start in a few weeks. This one comes from personal experience, and it will save you lots of money. My first year of college, I spent a huge amount of money on textbooks, especially for general chemistry. I would spend hours every week taking notes on each page in the text, but when the exams finally came, I failed miserably. Trust me on this. Professors only test students on what they go over in class. After that, I only studied what the professors taught, and for all the college classes I took afterward, I never bought textbooks again and passed every class afterward with high marks. A lot of classes never even use the textbooks anyway, so if you're thinking of buying some for your undergraduate courses, don't. One of the great things about college is that you're around hundreds of people your age, and that means it's a good place to make friends. This is especially important when you start your first year because everyone else in your classes and your dorm room will be new as well. Before long, you'll find others that share your classes and interests, so make friends with them because it will help out in the long run. Make your friends will give you study partners and people to hang out with in general, making college less intimidating and scary because you will know you're not alone. This one seems obvious, but while in college you should not stay up all night. For one, it messes with your sleep cycle and will make you want to skip class if you are feeling super tired and exhausted. Also, when exams come around, you will need to study for them, and all-nighters are a bad idea. Not only will you be tired for the next day, but you also won't retain information as well than if you had slept. It has been proven that getting some sleep the night before will harden the exam material in your brain and make it easier to remember for when you need it. I cannot stress how important this one is. You are going to college to study something, so it makes sense that you should try to do well in what you are studying. Not only does going to class make you do well, it also shows professors in your major that you are willing to learn, and that is especially helpful when you're looking for letters of recommendation or references in the professional field. Whether you want to study math, science, art, or whatever, go to class. While going to class for your major is important, the classes for general education requirements, or Gen Eds, are less important. These are classes for things like math, English, literature, etc., and they kinda suck. No one really cares about classes that don't relate to their major, but these are still important to pass and keep your GPA up, and to avoid flunking out. While it isn't as important to go to every single one of these classes, you should try to find a way to keep track of them so you won't fall behind. For example, one of my Gen Eds was Japanese literature, and the class is just composed of reading chapters from a book and going over them. It wasn't important to go to these classes, but I would still show up maybe once a week just to keep track of what was going on. This also helps as it lets you know when exams are going to be and when papers and stuff are due. College is only during the fall and summer, so between school years it is important to have something lined up for the summer. Internships look great on resumes and put your foot in the door for the professional field, so try to find one as soon as possible. Usually March and April is a good time to start looking for internships. There are other options as well. College summer classes are another option, since they allow students to graduate faster, and since summer classes are accelerated, usually lasting only 4 to 6 weeks, it's a good opportunity to get your Gen Eds out of the way. If both these options fail, summer jobs are a decent alternative, and having a little extra cash is always a plus. College is expensive, don't forget it. Not just for classes and for housing, but also things like school supplies, food, parties, stuff like that. Look for ways to earn money while at college, and it's never hard to find some. Taking on a part-time job on campus is a good way to pay the bills, and possessions are never as stressful as they would be in a professional career. Whether it just being campus security or bussing tables at a dining room, working 1 or 2 days a week will add up in the long run, and make those students' loans a bit less scary. If that's not your thing, you can usually find studies going on that pay a bit for only a few hours of your time, and these are generally worth it. You are at college, maybe 100 or so miles from home, and for the first time in your life, you're on your own. You can stay up late and sleep all day if you want, though you probably shouldn't. But one thing you should keep in mind is to look after your health. I remember when I was eating in the dining halls, I would see students drinking soda in the morning and stuffing their faces with pizza and soft serve ice cream at night. As the school year went on, those students would pack on the pounds and would generally look out of shape and unhealthy. While it may be fun to have the freedom to do and eat whatever you want, remember to take care of yourself. Eat a salad once a week or some fruit every couple of days. Don't drink coffee and soda all the time. Water and milk are just as good. In general, take care of your body. It's got to last you the rest of your life. This one's less important, but is something to keep in mind. For almost everyone, college is likely the last place you'll ever encounter a large community of people that are in your age group. All your life you have attended grade school from elementary to junior high to high school. And all that time the students were your age, so it was a good opportunity for romance and friendships. Well, college is the last environment for that, so if possible, find something that will last. A large majority of people find their future spouses during the college years, so keep your eyes open as your perfect match might be attending the same school you are. College is a fun and challenging time in young people's lives, so take time to enjoy it, but remember that you are in college for a reason. The school sent you a letter saying they wanted you at their campus and wanted to give you an opportunity that a lot of people will never get. It's okay to have fun and go to parties, but don't forget that you are there to learn and discover what you want to do when you leave. Personally, I wasted my first year at college, and so it was no surprise that I flunked out, and it was several years before I came back and did things right. Take advantage of the chance you have been given and make the most of your time at college, because what you do will likely define you for the rest of your life.